After 5 years of defending the carbon tax as a magical policy that somehow put more money in your pocket while making everything more expensive, Liberal MPs are now campaigning on removing it, as if they deserve praise for undoing their own damage. Take Montefortier, for example.
It's a big day today. It's the first day that we see that the carbon tax has been cancelled. So if you watched yesterday, it was $1.54 to fill your tank, and today we're at $1.34.9 to fill your tank.
A 13% decrease at the pumps. She cheerfully claimed this made a big difference in people's pockets. That's interesting, considering just a year ago, she was insisting the carbon tax was putting more money into 8 out of 10 Canadians' pockets. Their allies at the CBC, the Liberal Party's most reliable propaganda outlet, ran article after article claiming the carbon tax wasn't contributing to inflation. They leaned heavily on an analysis from Trevor Tome, a government-funded economist, to say that any cost increases were fully offset by quarterly rebates. But let's actually do the math they hope you'll ignore. The average Canadian drives 15,200 kilometers per year, with an average fuel economy of 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers and a gas price of $1.57 per liter. That's $2,061.26 annually. A 13% bump due to the carbon tax means $267.96 in added costs. Now, add the average home heating bill. Enbridge estimated households would save $351 per year with the carbon tax paused. Combined, that's $618.96 in carbon tax costs, just from driving and heating. The average household receives $255 per quarter in rebates, or $1,020 annually. That means 61% of their rebate is wiped out before they've even bought food, clothes, or anything else. And still, the Liberals had the audacity to claim that this tax was not only necessary, but noble. Take Liberal MP Mark Holland, who once stood in the House of Commons and said, without irony, that if Canadians didn't accept the carbon tax and wanted to go on summer road trips, they'd be dooming the planet.
Good news, kids. You can take a summer fun time vacation where you're locked in a car for 10 consecutive days, nonstop with no bathroom breaks, and the Conservatives have a plan for you to have that summertime fun. And the cost? Give up the future of the planet, right? Don't worry, kids, about climate change. Don't worry about taking action on the planet. Enjoy your 10 hours in the car and let the planet burn.
This is the level of contempt they hold for you. If you dare question their policy or suggest that maybe families shouldn't be punished for living ordinary lives, you're accused of wanting to let the planet burn. However, when they remove that policy, they expect you to say thank you and kiss their feet. But let's step back and look at where the economic logic completely collapses. Every single good and service in Canada is affected by carbon taxes, through transportation costs, retail energy costs, and supply chain inflation. That produce you buy, it was trucked in with taxed fuel, refrigerated in stores with taxed hydro, and then cooked at home with taxed gas. The cost of groceries, hardware, electronics, clothing, a trip to the movie theater even, you name it, all go up. So with that in mind, I'd wager 0 out of 10 Canadian families actually receive more in rebates than they pay in carbon taxes, directly or indirectly. And now, the Liberals want credit for removing the consumer carbon tax. However, they're not even really removing the carbon tax, they're simply restructuring it. Instead of taxing you at the pump or on your bill, they'll slap the cost on corporations who will pass it along to you at the cash register. Not to mention, Mark Carney is proposing carbon border adjustment mechanisms, tariffs for any nations without carbon taxes of their own. Either way, you'll still pay. Being governed by the Liberal Party is like being trapped in an abusive relationship. First, they hurt you and insist it's for your own good. Then, when the damage is too obvious to deny and public opinion turns against them, they promise to change. But all they really change is what hand they slap you with.